Devastating wildfires have killed at least 89 people on the Hawaiian island of Maui. A New Mexico native shares her story of survival. Action 7 News reporter Alyssa Munoz was able to speak with her about how she was able to get out in time.
Earlier this week, Santa Fe native Chantel Katanak thought she had heard storm winds outside her home in Lahaina and said it was a wildfire outside her home. She managed to escape thanks in part to her son.
He kept telling me, "Mama, you can't go to sleep. Mama, please don't go to sleep."
Katanak was trying to take a nap after a long day when her son Keanu begged her not to. He pointed out the black smoke coming from outside. Within minutes, she left her belongings and escaped with her son.
That keeps replaying in my mind, because if me and my son would have taken a nap at that moment and I would have fell asleep for a few hours, we would have been stuck in that building and it would have been in flames in a matter of 30, 40 minutes to an hour. I would have been sleeping. We would have died there.
She was able to get out of Lahaina safely, but when she tried to return, she realized what was once her home was now a building in flames.
You don't think that Maui, an island like this, is going to be caught on fire to this extent, killing so many lives. Like that's you would think that's more normal in the desert in New Mexico.
Here in the video, you can see what she describes as an apocalyptic moment. Katanak said police tied up the main road to evacuate, so she and some of the other local residents took a dirt road to escape the town. She and her son spent 2 nights sleeping in her car outside town.
But I feel like when it came to the police department, they were not doing their due diligence to really save people and allow that road right there to be opened. That gas station that I was parked next to, waiting right there, blew up. So whoever was there in that area at that time when that gas station blew up, I'm not sure if they survived.
Katanak says locals tried to gather necessities for people in Lahaina in the aftermath of the fire, but were denied because it wasn't through an organization.
Hey, the local people are trying to help their families out there. So I feel like a lot of the local people are pretty angry about this.
Now Katanak and her son are safe with a friend on the other side of the island, and she is thankful that her and her son are alive. Reporting in studio, Alyssa Munoz, KOAT Action 7 News.